Hey, hi everyone. So last video was about an interview with a very amazing person from Africa, actually Sierra Leone. So his story was really inspiring. So today we are back again with my friend. So what happened? So many things actually happened like in the last week or so. Okay, so first of all, the first thing, the main thing which happened was Virat Kohli got back into form, right? The 71st
Yes,
happened.
तब तक ये था यार यार वो 71st नहीं था यार वो अलग एक फेस था भाई वो 3 साल का एक दबा हुआ एक पता ना कि एक जुनून था जो उस दिन बाहर आ गया और that was much needed for not only just for Virat Kohli and his confidence but more so for the Indian team going into this World Cup. What do you think, Saptak? What are your thoughts on his 100? And that's his maiden 100 by the way. And that was the format जहाँ पे मैं least expect किया था उसको.
Yeah. So for me, the main takeaways from his knock was like he played spin really well, right? So Afghanistan has really a lot of quality spinners. So he took on Rashid Khan, Mujib, everyone. So like how he looked really comfortable against spin. So okay, that was a drawback in the last year. Okay, so he was getting out to spinners, not able to like hit them for sixes and stuff. So he played them like with full confidence and flair. Okay, so that was a really great thing to see. And apart from that, like also like there was a bit of the Kohli arrogance which we all like. Okay, so it was like I won't say like near 2016. So 2016 was something magical, but like it was somewhere close to the Virat Kohli we all know. Okay, so the way he was like timing and placing the balls, also like everything. I know it needs a bit of luck as well, but he didn't used to have that luck like in the last year or so. But overall, I think
क्रिकेट में यार थोड़ा सा तो लक
luck,
चाहिए होता है
क्रिकेट लाइफ सब में luck तो चाहिए होता है. हाँ भाई. So I feel that he needed that luck. He got that. He made full use of it. And I think the image which is still inside me is like after he got the 100. Okay, so normally what people do, like we expect Kohli to like punch in the air and stuff and all that. So he was like पूरा एकदम शांति जैसा होता है ना, सुकून अंदर से आता है. The smile was like precious. Okay, so,
that celebration, man, that celebration.
Yeah,
I mean it was like yes, I've arrived, मैंने किया है. और that was more so for the fans. I think it was not for him. See, उसने 70 भी किया है तो that also counts for something, right?
Yeah.
But वो एक mental barrier बन गया था that he, it was with himself. वो लड़ाई उसको खुद के साथ थी. And that was what that particular moment I realized कि नहीं यार Virat Kohli is really back. I mean not in terms of 100, वो 90 भी होता तो भी. It was that, वो एक जो एक ऑर्डर विराट कोहली का रहता है वो हर एक सेंचुरी में हो या इवन 50s. I remember Pakistan के साथ that 49 was a very crucial and that was one of his best knocks so far. But वो 100 भी आज जो हमने देखा वो पाकिस्तान के लिए was very very stupendous.
Yeah, अफगानिस्तान के साथ तो हाँ भाई. तो basically yeah, so what do you think what does this, so do you think that like he is going to perform like even better in the Australian conditions, because I think those are much better conditions than in UAE, right?
I personally feel like Australia is one place where Virat Kohli, brings out his best form or what do I say, best version of himself because of the bouncy tracks and aggressive nature of that pitch, if I may call so.
Yeah.
But यार थोड़ा सा देखना पड़ेगा हमें इस situation को भी because it's World Cup, right? And World Cup का एक अलग माहौल होता है. अगर bilateral series होता है वो एक अलग mental sort of state होता है जहाँ पे उस मतलब कोई भी situation में जाता है. But I really feel like this can be a I don't want to curse it, but this can be our World Cup this time around. What do you think, Saptak? What are our chances?
Yeah, same. So the main thing why I feel this could be our World Cup is because we lost the Asia Cup. So okay, simple as that. Because like normally what happens whenever we go into any big World Cup or any such stuff, right? So what happens is that 1 minute. So whenever we go to any big World Cup or something, so like what happens, we win a lot of bilateral series, we are on a high, okay, we are like invincible kind of the thing, so we are like very confident. So this time it's a bit different, we lost the Asia Cup, like we are so I don't know, like maybe it's just nothing, but still I feel that somehow like we will be extra motivated to win the World Cup this time, because like we have not won in a long time, plus we have not won any major tournaments as well, like Asia Cup sort of things.
And that's a very good stat that you brought up, something, because I have seen after 2013 that was the last time India won actually some major ICC event. हर बार even if you see 2014, 2016, 2017 2019, every time we entered into that global competition, we were riding on a high.
Yep,
and
exactly.
suddenly वो एक loss हो जाता है कि pressure पे. And this time around वो ऐसा नहीं है. We have some setbacks. हमने हारा है matches एक दो, लेकिन we know our problem areas, and this is the key. I feel like जहाँ पे हम improve कर सकते हैं. Initially I felt like जब इंग्लैंड का सीरीज भी था, I noticed that India सब एक दो डाउन हो रहा था initially. Middle order was actually chipping away with Surya Kumar introduction, or maybe even Rishabh Pant performing as well.
Yep.
But Abhi, right now, if you ask me, middle order is much better in shape and in form than our top order, and which is actually a key.
Yeah, true. I agree with you. And so overall, I think also today the T20 World Cup squad was announced like a few minutes back.
Yes.
Yeah. So like
I'm happy that Harshal Patel is back.
Yeah, and Bumrah is the major. There was like a thought that Bumrah might not make it because of injury, but then Bumrah, Harshal both are fit, so that's cool.
I had a mini heart attack already.
वही वो गया तो गया सब गया ठीक है तो वही तो अब so what do you like make of the like I think it's a very predictable squad, like nothing is like new or something, so it's on expected lines. So what do you make of it like in total?
I feel like यार एक तो ऐसा slot था जो और बंदे को भी चांस मिल सकता था, but that was again, I mean I really feel, मुझे पता नहीं, शुभमन गिल in Australian conditions I felt like he was a good choice.
That's a good point.
उसका full shot काफी काम में आता है, and he actually played well in the Gujarat Titans final match as well. So he is someone which I look as a big match player for me. So मुझे लगा था यार कहीं शुभमन गिल को डाल देते केएल राहुल की जगह, because I felt कि अभी केएल राहुल is not at his own best, तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे वो एक slot पे थोड़ा सा doubt था, but rest of the team is expected, isn't it? So
same, I agree with you. So yeah, Shubman Gill in Australian conditions would have been perfect. But yeah, anyway, so like the thing is that like see what I want is that my only question is about the opening position right now. So if KL Rahul is in
Asia Cup, Pakistan आ गया भाई. What do you reckon of that team?
Yeah, like first of all, like I'm very happy because Sri Lanka is like going as a country is going through a lot of crisis right now. So like, and also I saw the celebrations like on Twitter and the other social media. So they were like on the streets. Okay, they were like flying flags and like enjoying themselves. Yes. So from just a humanitarian point of view, it was a great result. But from a cricketing point of view, like it was really unexpected actually, because first of all, like Sri Lanka, if you look at the Sri Lankan bowling attack, like they hardly have any known pacers. Okay, they have Madhu Shankar, I think is the left armer, is a decent fellow, and apart from that, mainly they thrive on their mystery spinners. So वही ठीकशाना वही और क्या हसरंगा ये सब
मुझे ऐसा लगा कहीं ना कहीं अपना ये जो श्रीलंका टीम था, they got motivated by that Bangladesh coach. कहीं ना कहीं यार उसकी बात दिल पे ले ली गई है. I mean they came up after those matches, very charged up and wanting to prove something. So that was one dhakka, that push that was, given to them, and they actually outperformed themselves, I would say, in this tournament, isn't it?
Agreed. So yeah, if we come to the match actually, like first of all, the most commendable thing is that they lost the toss and won it. Okay, so that's the main thing. So in UAE, if you lose the toss, everybody was like, yeah, match is gone, Pakistan, congratulations, and everybody was done deal. Okay, and also they lost I think 5 wickets for 50 runs or something. Okay. So after that, the innings Rajapaksa played, right? So was a brilliant knock. Like, it single-handedly took them to 170 plus, right? So that was something else. So and basically what this actually teaches us is T20 is a really unpredictable format. So anybody can beat anybody, right? You don't have to have a world-class bowling attack, because Pakistan obviously has a better bowling attack than Sri Lanka. Okay, and so it's. And also it brings another thing into picture is that Pakistan's middle order is really weak, okay, because
very vulnerable. So I can literally see this problem with they are actually favorites as well. I will tell this because unki bowling attack put it shine in that bowling lineup, and that bowling lineup is lethal. But यार batting में बाबर और उसके बाद कोई है नहीं रिजवान के बाद. I mean any dependable guy. I don't see anyone. Maybe what they can do is, from their perspective, they can bring in Shoaib Malik for stability. Maybe that's a choice, but we'll see. And we'll need to watch out what they come up with.
Yeah, but I don't think Shoaib Malik has a great record in Australia. But yeah, anyway, so in Pakistan, like see, Pakistan I think is like whatever they do, they will always be over dependent with the current setup. They will be always be over dependent on Rizwan and Babar Azam. Okay, and what has also been criticized yesterday was Rizwan's innings. Okay, so what they do, Babar Azam and Rizwan, since they know that their middle order is not that great, they kind of try to like what India used to do, right? So they try to consolidate the innings and take it to a situation where there can't be any more collapses. So in doing that, they miss out on a lot of runs. So that ultimately people are blaming these two guys, these two openers. But I think the main issue is that middle order is not that good. It's as simple as that. They have good hitters over there. Asif Ali and all these can play, but there is not a person who you can actually rely on to put you out of pressure situations. So that's the thing I think about Pakistan.
We have seen that. We have seen like Pakistan almost crumbling like 10 or 9 wickets, at least 3 instances, right? So they have this thing in their back of their mind like कि यार अगर हम लोग नहीं करेंगे तो बाकी बंदे ऑल आउट हो जाएंगे या फिर we will not even reach a respectable score, and that is what it is actually in their mind कि यार अगर हम दोनों नहीं है तो वो score even a respectable total तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे. And we know, right, after that, in this age of social media, right, कि अगर बंदे नहीं चले और सोशल मीडिया पे अगर बंदे को पता चल गया कि इसकी टीम खराब है या यही 2 बंदे हैं तो they will be like literally lashing them out here, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And so this was about this Sri Lanka Pakistan. So and the funniest thing out of this is Sri Lanka are the Asia Cup champions, but they will be playing the World Cup qualifiers in the T20 World Cup. So yeah,
that is very funny.
Yeah.
And you know what's funnier than that is Pakistan's fielding in the final. What are your thoughts on that?
Arey yaar, that took me back to so many days back, right? That the 2 people converging and dropping the catch on the boundary.
Those days of Pakistan fielding, you know.
Those are like gems of Pakistan cricket. Okay, so yeah, and apart from that, what we had.
Which one did you like? Shadab missed catch or those 2 fielders converging and
Shadab,
putting it over this thing boundary for 3?
Obviously the second one, Shadab's missed catch is okay, it can happen on a cricket field, but that is like, that brings back memories, okay, that's nostalgia, the 2 people converging. Pakistan have had those things going on for them, okay. I think Saeed Ajmal and Shoaib Malik was there. Yeah, both of them were like, who is going to take the catch, and nobody took the catch. Yeah, so yeah. तो वही है. और हम लोग का मतलब so if we see the overall Asia Cup, right, so what was one thing which actually like stood out for you in the entire Asia Cup? It can be any team, India, any other team, anything.
For me personally, Virat's form is something I adore. I mean, उसके ऊपर बात ही नहीं होगी सब तक यार. विराट का सेंचुरी और विराट का फॉर्म में is everything I wanted. और वहीं पे मेरा एशिया कप हो गया सब तक, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए था मुझे. What are your what is your take or your feedback on this performance?
See, the one thing I would like to say about the Kohli centuries, I could not see it live because I don't know what I was doing. I was maybe so like depressed that India didn't qualify or whatever. Like I thought like Afghanistan के साथ मतलब क्या मतलब दिमाग में नहीं आया, ठीक है, तो मतलब then I saw people putting up WhatsApp statuses, right? So I was like, what the fuck happened here? Okay, so I was like, then I went in and see, and like it was a huge miss. Okay, so but anyway, I saw the highlights and everything. Yeah. बोलो.
And to be honest, it was pretty unexpected, yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's not every day that a century happens, right? And you didn't expect it from Virat Kohli, you know, on that day. But somehow यार किस्मत में होता है तो हो जाता है, और ये it was his day. I mean, completely his day.
Yeah, true. And we need more such days. So yeah. And the thing about which actually stood me about this Asia Cup is I think Afghanistan, the entire how they played. So yeah, so one thing I would like to say, people are like really interested about and are really hyped about India Pakistan, but I feel the most hyped game right now is Pakistan Afghanistan. If you see the 2 teams,
I love it.
Yeah, I also love it. Like they actually hate each other. Okay, those 2 teams like literally can't stand each other. Okay, and even the fans, they are like beating people up in the stands. Okay, with chairs and stuff. So it's like proper मतलब पूरा मतलब जो vibe आता है ना पूरा एकदम वही आता है उसमें. तो वही and second rivalry I feel. हाँ बोलो.
I feel like India Pakistan में जो recently that charm that is lost is actually gaining popularity to Pakistan or Afghanistan.
Exactly.
Literally वो I mean, the way they charge up, right, and they show up, Afghanistan is really commendable. वो हर एक moment को seize करता, but it's just the mental barrier, I feel. जो last moment में, it's the game of nerves, right, at the last end. And somehow Pakistan has more experience in terms of maturity there. It was really, I mean, it was Afghanistan's game hands on heart. Afghanistan should have won that game.
Yeah,
easily.
because like
By the
last wicket was left, right? So, and the main guy, the bowler who actually was delivering all the wickets and bowling really well, he just bowled 2 full tosses, right? So anything other than a full toss would have given them the game. Okay, so yeah. And yeah, so that's like bad luck. And apart from that, I think the overall, if you see the Afghanistan performance, like I think in the T20 World Cup they can surprise a few teams, but then we all know they can surprise a few teams, but it's like, I think it's time they actually start winning a few games, because like we have been like talking about Afghanistan for a long time, but they somehow, like in the major tournaments, they don't actually win. They push people close, but they are not winning. I think it's mostly down to their batting, I think, because the batting is a bit weak in the, so let's hope for the best.
I think.
And
I believe on the bowling front, Afghanistan is right up there.
Yep.
It's just about batting. Batting maybe they have few players. It's just the combination that they will need to fix. Maybe किसी को the informed batsman should come up in the order. I feel was last वाले match में Najib, right? He was slightly below. In the order. I would prefer him in the number 3 slot. They can tweak that order a bit, and that can actually work from them. You know.
Yep, same. So they have got a good left armour. They have got like Rashid Khan, Mujib. Like overall, it's a very, very good bowling attack, even for Australia conditions. And
yes, that bowling attack is very potent.
Yeah. And apart from that, overall, like if we sum up the Asia Cup, I think obviously Sri Lanka winning is one of the biggest surprises, and like really happy for them. And also India underperforming is like something which was not expected. Everybody expected India to win actually, but whatever. And so the 3 India-Pakistan matches did not happen, so it will happen in the next World Cup. So
it will happen.
Yeah, it will happen. And overall, if we sum up, so who do you think currently out of the teams playing in the Asia Cup, who do you think have benefited the most out of this Asia Cup actually, like going into the World Cup?
I feel again it's India. People can call me biased, but I feel like India needed this result. Abhi sahi, rather than getting that knockout thing in T20 World Cup. I feel second or parallelly it should be Sri Lanka as well. But kahin na kahin, Sri Lanka was very spirited. But India would actually, gained a lot. Will be the team that gained a lot from this World Asia Cup, because of the fact that they were able to identify where is their pain points or where they are lacking, and that is what is the biggest achievement for a team, to identify and then fix it.
Yeah, makes sense. And overall, like if we see,
what is your highlight of the Asia Cup?
So for my highlight of the Asia Cup would be I think the highlight will always be Kohli's 100. So that's the main highlight. But like if you talk about team highlights, I think same. I would go for India only, because like they, what you said, like you need a loss, because they have been going into like matches, tournaments, winning all games, all bilateral series. The way, so this kind of should trigger them to actually go and win this one. Okay, so that's the thing. And overall, like for other teams, I think Bangladesh is in the worst situation right now, because like somehow, like given all the, like Bangladesh is a very cricket crazy nation. Okay, so why they are not winning games is a bit difficult to understand, but whatever. Bangladesh है तो memes है, वही तो है, तो वही तो
Bangladesh है तो memes है, और कहीं ना कहीं वो लोग they will that Nagin Das is actually, I was missing in this, that flavor sub was missing in this Asia Cup,
Yeah.
So maybe next time we'll see.
See, right now I have figured out, before India Pakistan there are 2 very fierce rivalries. Okay, first is Pakistan Afghanistan, second is Sri Lanka Bangladesh. Sri Lanka Bangladesh is full नागिन डांस होता है उधर पे, ठीक है, कोई विकेट ले कोई चौका मार दे पूरा, ठीक है, तो वही तो हाँ तो वही
that's a good banter.
Yeah. So yeah, so let's.
But I mean, we have talked a lot about the Asian countries, right? What are the other global teams that is playing in the tournament, right? What is the I mean take you would have on Australia or England going into this World Cup?
Yeah.
वो लोग कहाँ पे stand करते हैं in terms of
Yeah.
winning?
See, England will always be strong because of their batting lineup. So England, like, they can chase down anything, score anything. But somehow I feel without Jofra Archer, and I don't know if Mark Wood will be fit. I don't know if Mark Wood is playing in the. I have to check. But somehow I feel their bowling attack is not that great. Like, there are better teams with better bowling attacks. Like, their batting is like very like you can't compare their batting with, I think, maybe India on their day, and I don't see any other team competing with their batting lineup actually. But overall, if you look at the team structure, England lacks in bowling options. So even they can be put under a lot of pressure with the and in high pressure knockout games, like, anything can happen. So I won't, somehow I feel England won't win this time. I don't know, like, I shouldn't be say it, but somehow I feel like something is off about them. And talking about Australia, what I feel is yeah, it's in their home country. They are the defending champions, but I think there are better teams than Australia. Matlab, if you purely go by cricketing logic, then yeah, if you purely go by cricketing logic, right? So I feel that then you can, I think, then Australia shouldn't win the thing. I think the favorites should be. I think one team we are actually missing out is South Africa, because I think South Africa has a very decent team, and they have a very good batting lineup and a very rounded bowling attack as well. So anything can happen. See, in T20 you can't really predict, but if you ask me the teams to look out for, I think I will say South Africa, India, England, yeah, maybe, and who else? Like, Pakistan will give a fight, I think. Yeah. So what's your take on this T20 World Cup? Like, who do you think?
So for me, I would see 4 teams that will make it to the semi-final would be India, obviously, and maybe I can tell you it can be. I mean, it's a wild guess, but it can be Afghanistan as well.
Okay, I would love that.
Obviously, home crowd support at Australia, and fourth one would be a toss between South Africa or let's say Pakistan. Yeah, someone between that.
Yeah, more or less same only. Like, I don't think New Zealand will play that well this time. They are really struggling.
No, no, they won't. Because they are New Zealand. I mean, again, Trent Bolt is their main bowler. Either in New Zealand conditions or in England conditions, they are very potent attack. But अगर Australian pitches में आ जाओ तो यार, they are not that lethal, is what I think.
Yep, same. Yeah, in Australia their record is also not really that good. And overall, like so this is about mainly the Asia Cup and the short preview kind of a thing about T20 World Cup. So when the T20 World Cup, when we know all the squads and everything, so then we can actually do another discussion on, after we know all the teams, we can do a more informed discussion about the T20 World Cup and preview much a few days before it starts. And वही तो और कुछ बात करने का है क्या? हाँ, इंग्लैंड साउथ अफ्रीका बारे में बात करते हैं थोड़ा. तो वही तो what do you think, what is happening there? So test matches are finishing in 2-3 days. So in India अगर वो होता तो मतलब गाली चालू हो जाता अब तक.
सबसे पहले मैं बताऊँ ना, अगर ये इंडिया में होता तो people would have started complaining about pitch नहीं है, सही है, pitch should have been rated poor, or all sort of things. But because it's England, they have a slight biasness. I feel like अगर pitch bowling अच्छी हो रही है with the swing conditions, then it's a good thing. But वही अगर spinning हो रहा है तो spinning कोबड़ा, right? And it's not good for cricket. That's a very, that's a debatable thing, and we know that this is something that's very much, talked about. But कहीं ना कहीं they need to grow out of that mindset. Because England में ये हमेशा we have seen that every other test match, it is the case, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it simple?
So my funda is very simple. Okay, so I believe that you can finish test matches in 2-3 days, not an issue. Everybody should have home advantage, but it should be a uniformity. मतलब India कर रहा है तो मत बोलो कि India कर रहा है, तो England भी कर रहा है. So I don't have any problem with the match which happened. Okay, it's perfect. 2-3 days, test matches should not, who made this rule? Test matches has to go till 5 days. Okay, so it's whatever. You are a home team, you can prepare anything you want. Okay, that's the beauty of playing away in away conditions. वरना सभी मतलब uniform हो जाता सब जगह. तो that's not a like thing I want to happen. So yeah, that's the thing. And overall, I think this baseball thing is actually like gaining a lot of momentum. So let's see how far it goes. So actually want them to they are right now playing in England in home conditions, right? So I would actually like to see how they go in abroad. So I think they are having a series in Pakistan, right? In a test match or something, they are going to Pakistan. Like,
I think
next year. I think
the real test. Yeah. But the real test of Pakistan baseball would be when they play abroad. That's when people will realize, or they will come to know what is the power of baseball, and what if it is great, if it works or not, basically,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. And so let's see how it happens. So I think is there any other test match going on right now, or like only these two series like Asia Cup?
But there's a series going on between New Zealand and Australia, but that is something the same old story, right? Australia winning. I mean, yes, देखो Australia और New Zealand का tussle अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं यार Australia every time beats New Zealand by healthy margin. So it's not something that we can talk about much. But I have a very quickly I would want your attention on the upcoming India series with Australia. What are your thoughts, or what can we try there before the World Cup?
What I would want is the exact same squad which is playing in the World Cup that has to play. Okay, simple as that. Like I don't want any experimenting now because hardly any few days left. I want the same. Like you can change the batting order and you can try things, but I would want the same 11 to keep playing. Okay, till we reach the World Cup.
And in addition to that, Saptak, I would also want the pitches, especially the curators that are building the pitches, should be at the same level of what we would expect in the Australian pitches. That would be the good preparation, isn't it?
Exactly. Like you need to prepare a more bouncy pitches. मतलब Indian slow pitches बना के आपको फायदा तो होने नहीं वाला है. So what's the point? Like just winning a bilateral series, nobody will care about. Does not make any sense, right? So yeah. तो वही देखते हैं कैसे होता है. Like when is that series starting? I don't know the exact date.
I think it's starting 20th. Next week only.
Okay. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And so यही है और तो कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है हमको. तो
बस अब यही था जो था और I mean we will have a blast when it's on, but अभी के लिए यहीं पे खत्म करते क्या? और सब तक what is your final remarks on this whole Asia Cup thing?
The main thing about the Asia Cup is I loved it because like it was really unpredictable, and yeah, India lost. I'm sad, but overall, if you see, it was one of the most closest Asia Cups, right? It was like everybody, almost all matches went till the final over, right? And everybody it's like actually it felt like a competitive Asia Cup. Like last times in all other versions, normally it's like one team dominating. Mostly India dominates it, but this time I felt that like everybody had some amount of chance to go through and win the whole thing. So I think that's a really good thing for cricket.
I mean, 4 teams were actually in the position of winning it. 4 teams, and that's crazy. And or वो भी ऐसा, it's not like Afghanistan had no chances. They had their chances.
Yep.
And even Sri Lanka, even Bangladesh, we couldn't write them off, right? Yes, 1 or 2 bad performances, but they were also in it.
Yep. So overall, I like the Asia Cup. It was really close, and let's hope the T20 World Cup is also the same, apart from India matches. Yeah. So
we'll keep an eye on that, and guys, please like, subscribe, share, and just help us and support us to bring you more contents, isn't it?
Exactly. So what we are trying to do is like we will bring you previews, reviews, and like whatever we feel like we do. And also like we are trying to bring in new people, like say some like last video I brought in a very inspirational person from Sierra Leone. So let me see like if I can bring in few new people also, that will bring a new perspective to the sport as well, and gain a lot of knowledge as well. So overall, let's see how it goes, and we will keep. One thing is for sure, we will keep continuing it no matter what happens. Like we will keep going with it.
And I really like the quality content. So it's not just about cricket, but we like to see the quality content that we bring in, and every aspect of what we discuss is actually very logical, thoughtful, and that's actually what is all about. A cricket lover would want to hear, isn't it, Saurabh?
Yeah. हम लोग को लग रहा है, बाकी लोग बोलो हम लोग का लॉजिकल लग रहा है क्या, अच्छा लग रहा है क्या? हम लोग को तो लग रहा है हम लोग अच्छा बोल रहे हैं.
Please comment and let us know your feedback on this.
Yeah. Thank you guys. We will again come back shortly.
Thank you.
Bye.